Hello, folks. Dustin Zarni here, Democratic Elections Commissioner. Welcome to Commissioner in a Car. And this week, I'm coming to you on Monday. And the reason I'm coming to you a little early is because tomorrow, on Tuesday, is an election day. Yes, it's an election day, another election day. In fact, we have 3 different election days in the next month going on. Tomorrow is school district elections. And if you live outside of the city of Syracuse, school districts have their votes on a special day in May, and that's tomorrow, May 21st. And these are weird elections in the sense of they are not elections that are run by the Onondaga County Board of Elections, or if you're anywhere else in the state, no school districts are run by the boards of elections, because we're actually kind of forbidden by doing it. Well, we're not forbidden, but we're not given permission to do it, and thus it makes it a little hard for us to do it. What we do is we provide our equipment. So the school districts run these elections, but they pay for renting of our equipment, the programming of the ballots, the programming of the absentee ballots if they want us to do that for them as well. And sometimes they hire some of our inspectors, and sometimes they hire some of our technicians to run their elections. However, even though they hire some of our people, the authority for holding the election is actually with the school district itself. The Board of Elections, the Onondaga County Board of Elections, has no role. We don't choose the sites. We don't even choose how to check in voters. They don't use our poll pads. They don't use our poll prints. The only thing they use is our clear ballot system, which has our clear ballot scanners and ADA compliant devices. Those are out there in the 13 school districts throughout Onondaga County, and so they have to comply with our standards for creating ballots. But that's it. They get to choose the site, the hours, how to register voters, how to say that somebody is a proper voter of the district. Sometimes they use our voter rolls. Sometimes they use our voter rolls plus allow voters to do other things, such as provide ID or proof of residency inside the district, and they don't even have to be a registered voter with the Onondaga County Board of Elections. So I spent a lot of time on this because we get a lot of calls on school district elections. They wanted us to explain their ballot propositions and all of that, and that's just not something we can do. Or why these elections are not in November. Well, unlike village elections, they're not allowed to be in November. They have to be held in May, and they have to be run by the school districts, and that's part of school district election laws. So, or school district, it's under the education law, and they are the ones who run it. So, and sometimes, even if we wanted to run them, it would be actually kind of hard, because school district lines do not fall inside of the election district lines that we have, and change from year to year. So we would have to change election district lines from year to year to be able to hold school district elections. So I'm not saying I'm opposed to us running them, but it would have to, because I do prefer election professionals to run elections. And that's why I prefer villages, whether they're in March, June, or November, to have the Board of Elections run their elections, because we know how to do it. And we're responsible for it. We do it year round. But the school districts would actually be a pretty big lift for boards of elections to run those, because of how different they are. So that's not something that's coming anytime in the future, I don't think. And definitely not this year. So let me go over the 13 school districts that are having elections tomorrow and what their polling hours are and where their polling places are. Because, again, this is on our website, because we don't do we don't run these elections, but I have a printout here that I wanted to give to you in this podcast. So if you're watching this and you're in a school district holding an election, you may want to go out tomorrow and vote. Usually their budget is being voted on, as well as school board members. But the one district that is not holding an election tomorrow is the Syracuse City School District. Syracuse City School District members are elected in the fall of odd years. So those board members are elected in the odd years in the city of Syracuse. That may change, as we talked about, amendments to the Constitution. We've talked about that a lot on Zoom and Zarni, but my podcast this last week with Ben Weinberg, of Citizen Union. So check that out. But here are the 13 school districts having elections, their polling hours, and where their polling location is. And almost every school district has one polling location, but there's a couple of them that have more than one. So here's where we are. West Hill Central Schools District, their polling place is West Hill High School. Their polling hours are 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. West Jenny Central School District, their polling place is West Jenny High School. Their polling hours are 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Marcellus Central School District, their polling place is Marcellus High School, 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. Lafayette Central School District, their polling place is Lafayette Junior Senior High, 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. Onondaga Central School District has two different polling places. They have a polling place in Onondaga Central Junior Senior High School and Rockwell Elementary School. Their polling places their hours are 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Tully Central School District is Tully Elementary School. Their polling place is 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Fabius Pompey Central School District, they have two different polling places. Fabius Pompey High School and Pompey Community Church, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Fayetteville Manlius School District, they have a polling place at Wellwood Middle School, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Janesville DeWitt Central School District, JD High School, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. East Syracuse Manoa Central School District, ESM High School, 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. North Syracuse Central School District has two different polling locations, one at CNS High School, one at North Syracuse Central School District offices, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Liverpool Central School District, the Retzel Road Elementary School, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Baldwinsville Central School District, the district operating building is 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. And finally, Solvay Union Free School District, Solvay High School, 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. So, those are the 13 school districts having polling places. You need to contact them about if they have multiple. There's a few of them that have multiple. You have to contact them about which areas of their school district you have to go to those polling places. If you only have one, then you can go to any from anywhere in the district goes to that one. As I said before, the school districts, they set their own rules. They're the ones who decide how many polling places to have, what their hours are, and also what their eligibility is and who goes to what polling place, all of that. So check with them. You can call their school district offices tomorrow or today, or look at their websites. They control that. And again, City of Syracuse School District is part of the City of Syracuse, and they have elections in November for the school district members of odd years right now. So that's what's going on with school districts. But remember, I said at the top of this podcast, there are actually 3 elections going on at the same time that the Board of Elections is either helping with or run. The other election, the next one is in June 19th, Liverpool Village elections. Those absentee ballots are going out today. The Village of Liverpool does not have any contested races. They have 2 sitting village members that are running for re-election, and they're not contested. But they do have a proposition on their ballot to move their elections to November. So we saw that in Fayetteville. We saw it in Baldwinsville earlier this year. Big popular moves in those two villages. That is going to Liverpool as well. So that is June 19th. And then the June 25th primary election, congressional primary in Congressional District 22, or for the Democrats, or a Democratic primary in SD 50, or a Republican primary in SD 48. Those are all going on. The absentee ballots for those went out last Thursday and Friday. And of course, if you need an absentee ballot for either of these, you can go to onvote.net and request an absentee ballot, and we will send one out to you. Or early vote by mail. I got to get used to that. Even I'm not used to that. Early vote by mail ballots is the ones that don't have an excuse. Absentee ballots are if you want to be permanent, or you want to qualify under the absentee rules. Those are both available at onvote.net for both of the elections, June Village and the June 25th primary, because we run the Liverpool Village elections this year. A resolution was passed by the Democratic members, and I believe the Republicans joined them on this one, of the Liverpool Village Board. And then now they also put on this resolution to move it to November starting, and that has to go by the voters. So that's all happening right now. And all three elections are going on at once. So that's what we got going on. I'm going to be in Albany tomorrow. So my last trip to Albany for the legislative session, trying to get some final bills passed. I've talked about that before, and I'll talk about it later on. Hopefully we'll see some movement before the end of session in the beginning of June. And then finally, my content schedule this week. On Friday, my Zoom with Zarni will be with Tom Speaker of reInvent Albany. It's the first time I've talked to him. I think reInvent Albany has a lot of really good stuff that they want to talk, that they do in Albany. So talking about reforming our government, it's going to be a great conversation. That'll be on Friday. And then I will have a weekly wonk. I did SD 48 this last weekend. And this next weekend, I'll be doing the town of Lysander, because the town of Lysander is having a Republican primary for a to-fill vacancy for their town board. And I wanted to get that done before the June primary. So those are the big things that are going on in my content schedule. As always, go to dustinzarni.com, and you can get an email notification, always for free. I never take ad money. I never get outside money. And I run that website myself just to get election news up there and content up there, so you can go to it in one easy stop. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.